Good morning, everyone. My name is Mohammed Islam, and in this today's lesson, we'll be discussing about the leadership and its impact in business management. So, leadership in business management. Yep, it's a lovely sunny day. So, shall we start? Here we are. So, when you finish this today's session on successful completion of this today's class, you'll be able to understand what is leadership. You'll be able to know different type of leadership. You'll be able to do some comparison. We'll do some class activity. And we'll also try to say what the difference between the leaders and the managers. So first thing first, what is leadership? Can any of you tell me what is leadership from your viewpoint? You don't need to come up with this definition, that's okay. You can come up with your own view. So long as you fill all the points of leadership, I'll be more than happy to take that. So yes, leadership is a relationship between relationship through which one individual person influence the behavior, activity and action of individual or a group of people, and by influencing the behavior of that individual or group of people, that particular individual trying to take all this to one single destination towards the goal. So from business viewpoint, a leader is a person who try to take all the people who work in the organization, take all their activity, motivate them to or persuade them to do something that at the end come to the point of the organizational success. We get another definition, obviously that's the Morgenson, and if you have a look from the another one, like definition, the process of directing actually is pointing the key issues, directing, counseling, motivating, inspiring, mentoring, and aligning. So these are the points actually when an individual can influence people's viewpoint, work activity, ethics, everything towards this direction. Surely this goes to nothing but to some particular point, which is the goal of an organization. So have a look from here. Can you see this name of the gentleman? Carl Trueman. He's an American psychologist. He provided a framework about the leadership, and he first came up with 4 points, which is autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire, and finally charismatic leadership. So we'll go them one by one. Let's have a look the autocratic leadership. Can any of you tell me from this very word autocratic, what does it actually mean to you? Any of you from the back? Yes. Yeah, autocracy is just like kind of one-man show, but every single decision has been made by one single person in an organization. Yes, you're right. Thank you. So, in an autocratic leadership, what does the leader do? He or she literally make all the decisions by himself. He or she may try to listen to other people at some point, but in general, at the end of the day, it is his or her saying that actually come to the point, which is the decision of the organization. That means sometimes the other people's contribution actually being neglected or not being taken into consideration. Can any of you come up with an example? Yeah, think about from political viewpoint. It could be like leaders from around the globe who are autocratic leaders, dictators. Yeah, think about, for example, Middle East, for example, the kings and sultans, they are not democratically elected, they actually just inherit. So those are the people actually make the decision by themselves. Think, for example, Muammar Gaddafi or Saddam Hussein. That are the, yeah, could be Stalin from Russia as well. Some people do say that Putin do the same thing, but anyway, let's leave that on the side. So those are the example of autocratic leadership from political viewpoint. How about business viewpoint? Can any of you tell me? A famous one-line company, they do that business one line from China. Can any of you tell me? Alibaba. Yes, you're right. And who's the chairman, founder of Alibaba? Jack Ma. Jack Ma has been regarded that he is an autocratic leader. Yep, it is true. You will see the most of the Asian company, for example, Samsung. Yes, I used to live in South Korea, and I've been to Samsung company, and I saw that time King Luan Hee. He was alive that time, and has been regarded that he is one of the autocratic leaders. But yeah, autocratic leadership is not always bad. But anyway, we'll come to that at some point. Let's start on democratic leadership. Yes, you all do understand democracy. Yeah? We live in a democratic country. Democratic leadership is something where the leaders actually take into consideration the view and the contribution from different people, from the whole of this organization actually just can contribute that viewpoint, and that will be taken into consideration. At the end, the decision will be made. Yes, not by one person. A group of people sit together and make the decision. And when the decision is made like this way, that actually becomes something really good, and those decisions effective decision. Can any of you tell me, well, obviously from political viewpoint, Boris Johnson, for example, Barack Obama, whoever it is, they all are democratic leaders. But from business viewpoint, could any of you tell me a famous British gentleman who is one of the entrepreneurs as well? Yep. Yes, the CEO of Virgin Galactic or Virgin. Yes, Sir Richard Branson. Yeah, he is a democratic leader. Yep. So does you can talk about like Satya Nadella from IBM or Sundar Pichai from Google. Yes, they all are democratic leaders, and when they make the decision, they always take into consideration every single viewpoint from this organization. The viewpoint can come from any corner of the organization, and that needs to be taken into consideration. Yeah, let's have a look for the laissez-faire style leadership. Yeah, laissez-faire style leadership is something like where the top boss actually delegate the work to the subordinate. Let's say like we got someone who is here and he or she will delegate the work to the subordinates. Okay, so we got the leaders and then we got the, let's say like manager or assistant manager. The task will be allocated to them, and what do that leader will do? He will literally effectively monitor them. What do they do? This is something good. However, it has been regarded that it's not a good and effective process to manage the business organization. There are some kind of like controversy, there are debates. However, this is one of kind that we need to take into consideration. Can any of you please tell me any example? If you don't, that's okay, I'm here to help you. Any political? Yes, one of the famous laissez-faire style political leadership is regarded Sir Andrew Jackson from US. Yeah. But if you try to see from business people, there are lots of them. There are plenty of them there. Yeah. Always they try to make new leaders, and that's why the leaders, the main leader, they actually delegate the job and task to other people. And this is how they actually just make the path for these new leaders to come into effect. Yeah. Any example? Any example? What do you think about this Twitter CEO? Can any of you tell me who is the CEO of Twitter now? Yes, Mr. Agarwal. He's just 38 years old. He's an Indian gentleman. And when Jack Dorsey resigned just less than a week ago, I would say, less than a week ago. Yeah. So literally Jack Dorsey prepared him, delegated him the task and all the workload, and prepared him once he feel like that, yes, Agarwal can take the leadership now. He actually went back and Agarwal get in. So this is how things really work like. Okay. Have a look at charismatic leadership. We all know about charismatic leadership. Charismatic leaders is someone who actually take the control when something is actually going in very wrong direction or in different direction. Then someone to stand out of the crowd and take the control and lead the group towards the success and destination. Very famous example of charismatic leadership is, any of you, please go ahead. Yes, Barack Obama, Dalai Lama, good. Any other example? Please come up. Nelson Mandela. Yes, so many more you can come up with. Think about from business viewpoint. Any of you? Think about the Apple phone, iPhone. Yes, Steve Jobs. Yeah, and so does the Tim Cook as well. Yeah, pretty much like Elon Musk as well from Tesla. That's been regarded. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick video, and that video will tell you a bit more about the leadership process. So let's have a quick look. Sorry, let me just escape the.
The most effective leadership is not a one-size-fits-all approach. They adapt themselves to each unique situation. Lewin identifies three major leadership styles, and in his framework gives a popular way to think about leadership. One of these is autocratic leadership. Leaders who use this style make decisions without talking to their team. What they say goes. An autocratic leadership style can be demoralizing, but it's often effective in emergency or crisis situations. Another one of Lewin's leadership styles is democratic leadership. Leaders who use this style have the final say, but they include their team in the decision-making process. Democratic leadership is empowering and encourages creativity, but it can be ineffective when you need to make a quick decision. The last of Lewin's styles is laissez-faire leadership. And laissez-faire leaders give their team a lot of freedom in how they do their work. This autonomy can lead to high job satisfaction, but it can backfire. Team members don't know how to manage their time well. Another effective leadership style that Lewin doesn't talk about is transformational leadership. Transformational leaders have integrity and high emotional intelligence. They're good communicators, and they motivate their team with a shared vision of the future. These leaders are authentic, empathetic, humble, and inspirational. However, their magic can quickly fade if they get carried away by giving short deadlines and expecting others to work long hours. As you can imagine, there are many more approaches and frameworks you can use to lead your team. And there's
Okay, so yes, we're just going through that. That's okay. Yeah. Yes, it talk about transformational leadership. Obviously, we can just get that charismatic one. Yeah, they're pretty much similar. Transformational leadership, as I was trying to say, that it's actually transform the situation. Like everything is actually going in different direction. Then someone will take the control and completely turn the scenario and make, for example, a lost project to a profitable project. That's how transformation things really work like. So let's go and have a look. So yeah, we have gone through that. Okay, so now just quick task. Yes, we have gone through the video, we have gone through the discussion process. Now could you please just do this in class activity? Please do come up with 3 points of democratic leadership, the characteristics, and 3 points of autocratic leadership. Let's take a couple of minutes. It's very easy. We have gone through that. Okay, so yeah, I'll just have a look. Any of you need to ask me any question, feel free. Feel free to ask me a question. Okay, yep, that's good. Yes, you guys have done well. There you go. So now we'll try to see the difference between the leaders and the managers. Yes, that's very, very important topic. I mean, they do pretty much the same thing, but one is regarded as a manager and one is regarded as a leader. So how? What's the definition? So manager is someone actually who is responsible in managing the organization. So literally, like these people actually do day-to-day tasks. They do a lot of ticking box and all sort of things. However, when you try to see from manager viewpoint, a person who directs, who guides and influences the behavior, that's very important. Okay, so I can be easily a manager, just get the job and do whatever has been said. I'll follow the routine and do it. But leaders, they will do completely something different. They'll try to motivate their people. They don't force people to do the job, but they motivate people to do the job. And when people are motivated, they do really a lot. It's said that when you love the job, you don't feel like you're doing the job. So my question is to you, as a manager or as a top person from an organization, would you like to be a manager or would you like to be a leader? Try to get this answer. Keep this question to your mind and try to get the answer gradually. Anyway, let's have a look. We'll have a quick look between this definition, between leaders and managers. So managers actually, a person becomes a manager by virtue of his position. So his position, he sits in the chair, he got some desk, do job, tick filing, managing people, that's something. But leaders, completely different. Have a look. Leads on the basis of personal quality. So he or she will lead you, promote you, motivate you to do something based on your quality and capacity. And he or she will take everything out from you and you will give that willingly, and that will be taken into consideration. That will be taken in some sort of way that actually contributes to the development of the organization. Yeah? Let's carry on. So it's just about authority. Have a look. Authority. Manager has the authority by his position because he is the manager, so he can do something. However, leaders usually don't have such influence. Leaders only just influence people by motivating them, changing their behavior and activity. Yeah. Manager executes all 5 roles like planning, controlling, directing, organizing. However, leader actually considers the willingness. This is the most important thing. If I am a leader and if I am a manager and just follow all these boxes, is the plan is there? Okay, there. Is the controlling is there? Has the directions been given? All sort of things. This is like management. But by doing this, you can still carry on the job, but the process will be slow, or probably that the employee who works behind you, they will not be able to do something extraordinary, they will not be able to think outside the box. However, leader does those things in a different way, and he actually motivates people to do things. Okay, and finally, have a look here. It is like a transactional, but the leader actually transformational. Okay, so we're going to go and have a look. Here it is. Have a look. This is all the big names here: Apple, Microsoft. Yeah, this is the Saudi Arabian company, Saudi Aramco. It's a in the oiling company. Then we got Alphabet, Amazon, Tesla. These are the company. They all are up to here. They all are $1 trillion company, and Tesla is the youngest member of this club. Could you please, any of you, tell me what's make this company to be reached in this size, this big, this influential? Why? What's the key driving force behind that? Yeah, any of you? Think about it. It's nothing but leadership. Yes, thank you. It's nothing but leadership. Leaders actually promote people to do things. Leaders probably just promote it to just come up with some new innovative ideas. Leaders probably just promote it just to influence people to take those ideas, come up with the product, sell it, take it for the whole globe. And that's what actually reflected here. Have a look. When this company came, Apple came like sometime in 1970s. Okay, they got a lot of issues, like Steve Jobs at some point been pushed out. The another gentleman who literally sold his 10% share only for $800, only for $800. So there's so much of conflict. However, gradually when the leadership is established, effective leadership, it becomes such an influential company, such a good company that this is the #1 company in the world. And same thing applies for the other companies as well. So yeah, leadership. Okay, so now we're going to do some in-class activity. So please talk to your colleague next to you and try to discuss about the question, what type of leadership you like. Yes, it could depend and differ, could depends and differ based on the companies, just industry you select, but try to have a quick discussion for a couple of minutes and then we'll go through and see how things are actually going on. Okay, yeah, that's a good discussion. So yes, we are literally just coming to end of this session. So today we have covered so far what is leadership. We talked about different type of leadership style. Okay, like autocratic, democratic, then laissez-faire, transformational, all sort of leadership actually we talked about. We talked about the difference between managers and leaders, and now we are coming to an end. So I'm going to offer you some reading. Please go to this is the co-reading. Please go to Molin's book. It's really good one. However, if you'd like, you can have a look here as well. So that's the reading list. Okay. Finally, any of you have any question? Please feel free. Feel free to ask me any question. Throw some idea to me. I will just take it here, have some discussion, and I will all the class will join with us. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.